Hey guys, it's Matt with Traction Powersports here in Midland, Michigan. Today we're going to talk about how to replace your Hyfax on your snowmobile. This process is going to follow for pretty much every year, make, model, sled out there. It's very simple. Just make sure that you get the track elevated off the ground. Make sure it's done in a safe manner, whether it's an overhead, jack, anything like that. Make sure that you have a good secure bracket to lift the sled up. Once the sled is in the air, make sure that the track is loosened. It doesn't have a lot of tension on it, so you'll go ahead and loosen your set screws on the back side. So make sure that the track is loosened up. Then on the front side of your Hyfax, at the bottom of your rails, you'll see them here. They can be any shape or color. You might find them purple or white or whatever, depends on manufacturer. On the front side of your Hyfax, you'll typically find there's always going to be a set screw. Before pulling these out, on the top side, you'll see them sticking through. I always spray them down with, Freol, which is anything, a PB Blaster, WD-40, whatever. So I like to spray them down here, and then usually I'll spray inside and outside of the rails all the way down, because what we're going to be doing is we already started moving this Hyfax a little bit. So you'll get in here, you'll start hitting the Hyfax, it's going to slide back. You'll end up lining the Hyfax up with one of these windows, and then we're going to drive it right out. So it's important that you have some sort of lubricant on here to help this guy slide out. So what we're going to do now, since we have this going a little bit, we'll grab, we'll use an air chisel and, push it out. But if you don't have that, you can typically get up here, you can use, like a flathead screwdriver, a hammer, and just tap on it. Once you get it far enough back, it's easy with two people, because then even with air hammer wise, we'll grab this with a pair of pliers while one person's hitting it, and we'll pull this straight out the window. And then we're reversing the process. We'll make sure, in which we'll show you, on the Hyfax, that we have all the same angles. It's the right length, because if you're using aftermarket ones versus OEM, you're going to have to cut this stuff and maybe bevel the ends or round them to whatever shape that you want. We're going to follow the process back up, put our set screw in there, and then we'll set the track tension. Then you'll be back off on, the trail or ice riding, and, you'll be good to go. So this is a very easy process to do. It is just a little bit time consuming. Take your time, and make sure that you lube them upper bolts up there for the set screws, because I see them break all the time. If those break, then sometimes you got to pull the skid out to fix those. So make sure you lube those. Take your time on that process. So we're going to get these guys out. You can watch us pull one of these rails out quick, and then we'll show you on the next one. So I'm going to grab that, and then so it'll be a little loud for a sec, but go. Here. All right, there you go. It's back far enough now. So you can see the process of it coming through the window. And then what we'll end up doing is, while he air hammers it, So now this one is out. This has been pretty worn for a long time. You can see how thick this is up here. Then as it gets going, and I like to call this kind of the wear line. So this was setting up top. It usually doesn't get worn as much, but you can see how bad this guy is. So make sure you're always checking these and replacing them, because if not, they'll start eating up your buckles. They'll start tearing up your track. You definitely don't want it to actually hit the skid. So make sure you're replacing these often. Once we put them in, we'll lube this stuff up. You can see where the set screw goes. So it's a pretty easy process. We'll get the other one out. We'll show you how the new ones will end up going in. So we'll cut you back in once we're reversing the process. All right, so we got our Hyfaxes all ready to go. These were the universal, so we just cut them to our length, matched them up with our original ones, made sure that all of our ends and everything lines up. So now what I did was I slipped it through one of the channels, and it's starting right back on the rail inside of here. What I like to do though is I start both sides, and I'll tap both sides all the way back up to when they're seated. So I'm going to come over to the other side just because I have a window there. I know that this window is going to line up. So I'm going to pull this through the window, start it back on the rail to get it to start. Usually you might have to wiggle a little bit, but again, I use on it. You know, I just spray a little bit in the inside on both sides. It'll help us slide. I use Freol, but you can use, you know, WD-40 or PB Blaster or whatever sort of lubricant you might want there. Let me move that stuff out of the way. Okay. I'll slide in that channel. And a lot of the times, you know, new ones, they'll slide in pretty easy typically. You shouldn't really have to beat them, you know, too hard. You know, if you do, use a rubber mallet, you know, and tap them. But, you know, for the most part, you can slide them up as far as you can before you start tapping them. You know, I'd suggest doing that. And then once you need to, just continue tapping them up. Sometimes you just got to work them because they'll get caught, like, you know, on some of the, you know, cogs or something going up. So, and then once you get to a certain part, you can't see the window. A lot of times, you know, you'll have to take something and just kind of tap them, get on the back side, just help tap them in the rest of the way until they're fully up to where they seat at. And all right. Oop, Tom. Doesn't usually take much. And if it takes effort to get it up there, it's usually something's not lined up. There's a problem somewhere. You know, it shouldn't really take, you know, a whole lot to get these guys to go in the channel where they need to go. And you'll just tap them up until they're fully seated. So that one's seated all the way up against there. And then it lines up in the back. Then you just follow the same process on both sides. And then the only thing that you got to do from there, it's going to be hard to see from the video, but your set screws up in the top, we'll put those back in the rail, and we'll adjust the track tension, which you'll want to follow, you know, your service manual to, you know, how much pounds and slack that you got to have for that. But that's pretty much it for a simple track adjustment plus, you know, installing your Hyfaxes. So if you guys have any questions, let us know. We'll be happy to answer them for you. Thank you, and we'll catch you on the next one.